Good evening, everyone. I am Jeanette Tracy, Kate, if there's anybody I've missed. So, right. Sorry if I'm, yeah, I need to adjust the camera.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's, seems a bit cockeyed. Oh, well. So, yes. Hiya, Auntie Pickering. Unfortunately, Laura can't join us tonight because she's not well. So yeah, it's just me and Tracy. I'm just going to put the link in for Tracy. As I always say, if you try getting in, it's a baking live stream, so you will be denied. Yeah, you'll be down in basement for a very, very long time. So I'm looking forward to this one. Tracy is, I know. As you can see, the legs, that's my tin that I'm using. So yeah, that's a 9x13 tin. I've greased it with greaseproof paper. So do you know how to change your name, Tracy?
Oh, Christ.
Well, I can do it for you if you want.
Can you do it, Jeanette? Because Johnny's upstairs.
Yeah, I'll change it for you. I'll just put Tracy. I mean, they don't want coming in and thinking that, you know, you're Johnny 5. Hi, Gordo. It's all right. I've just had to change Tracy's name because you were Johnny 5. You know, from when he did the baking last week, he did change it. So I've just changed it back because Tracy don't know how to do it. So
I'm just sat at the top, so I don't have to destroy my camera. I've got it set up.
Johnny, it weren't your fault. So yeah, I've just changed the name, Johnny, because yeah, she didn't know how to do it. So I just changed it.
He's watching upstairs, Jeanette.
Yeah, we're saving him coming downstairs, and when I can do it from my end. Yeah. Now this is Scottish snow cake. So Tracy's excited about it because an Anne used to make it, and it's basically pastry, jam, sponge, and then you put like a icing sugar glaze on it and sprinkle coconut on top. So there you go. You've got sort of, well, basically 3 in 1, if you know what I mean. So got that damn
Rosie.
Hey,
Rosie.
Iron nose, bro. So I've got
bro.
More ketchup off me.
Yeah.
I bet Sarah's watching your nose, bro. And
yeah,
you know,
Kat's watching and all. Hello,
hi Kat, hi Ali. So yeah, you know,
hey Ali.
for the Scottish people in there, yeah, it's called snow cake and it is Scottish. Now, the lady that owns the recipe is part Scottish and part Italian. Hi, Scrapping Irish. So yeah, so her name is Christina. I don't know. I'm not very good at pronouncing names, but I looked into it on a website, like, and she does say that she's part Scottish and part Italian. Either she's Scottish and her husband's Italian, or whether it's she's Italian and he's Scottish. Anyway. So yeah, so that's the thing, and it's like 3 in 1. It's like a pastry, a jam, and then sponge, and then you've got a glaze on top with coconut on top. So it's one to cover every occasion sort of taste. You know what I mean? So yeah, are you ready, Tracy?
I am, love. Yes.
Yeah, because the oven needs to be on gas mark 5 for the pastry bit anyway. But once the pastry's done, it needs to come down to number 4. So I thought I'd let you know that beforehand. So yeah, once the pastry's been in oven, it needs taking down a notch. Now I hope you can all see me bowl okay. Did you hear that? It says I don't know yet. I'm still watching that. So yeah, for this, all I can say is Chris is a very lucky man because he gets to taste me ways. Well, him and Callum anyway. So in here, you want 2 ounces of sugar or 57 grams, which is that. And I'm just getting this spatula. 6 ounces of cold butter, which is 170 grams. So I have already cubed it up, look. It makes it easy. Sarah's watching. Hi, John lad, how are you? I'm laughing at what Anne just said. He says that my mum says come to mama the other day just randomly. I'm just what? So yeah, you have to cut this into the sugar. But me and Tracy have got a secret weapon. Now this is what you call a pastry cutter. I don't know if you can see it or not. Oh, so yeah, for the sake of $3.99, highly recommend if you're going to bake or you're going to make pastry. Yeah, use one of these. They're about $3.99. Now you've got to cut this butter into the sugar, but don't cream it. Whatever that means. So my butter's been out a while and it's very.
It mentioned something about your butter had to be cold or something.
Yeah, I think it's because you're rubbing it into sugar. Well, you're not rubbing it into sugar. You're anyway, you get the rough idea with that. So come to Mama is your line now, Chris. Is let you steal it.
I've picked it up here,
So yeah, into this, Tracy, we need just 1 egg yolk.
Yep.
A solitary egg yolk. And it says stir to combine. So that's what we're just going to do that. So I'm not going to that too much because so for the next bit I'm going to put the gloves on, even though I'll probably use my cutter. I can go and sort it out. I don't know what's wrong with this one. It don't seem written all rolled up. It's all right. I'm having technical difficulties with my rubber gloves. Oh dear. It was like all rolled down and I couldn't sort of get it on my hand. So yeah, so here's the next one. We're going to feel like I've got a finger missing. I've put my finger in the thumb bit. Hi, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi, again. It's all right, I'm all fingers and thumbs today. So yeah, I'm just going to get this off of my cutter. Tell you, ingenious invention. I don't know who invented it, but it saves a lot of time. Especially when you're making pastry, you don't get any mucky hands or anything. And yes, I have got rubber gloves on. If anybody were wondering, yeah, I do have rubber gloves on both hands. Look, so if anybody's were to question me. So now this is 255 grams of flour or 9 ounces. Ooh, ding, round one. So this now, you're rubbing with your fingers, blow it. I've done it now, Kate. She says blow air into glove. So yeah, it's because of them latex ones. Can you see? Yeah, it's sort of like all rolled down. That's what the problem was. It was like rolled down, and it were making it difficult to get my hand in it. So yeah, so Tracy's using a cutter. That's basically what it's made for. But,
I'm gonna get my gloves in a minute. I'm just starting it off with this, I think.
Okay.
Well, I've got some here anyway, gloves.
But you see, it's sort of like you're making it into a pastry, but not a pastry, if that makes sense. It's like a moist.
Yeah, it is.
A moist pastry, but instead of sort of like rolling the pastry, you just got to dump it in the bottom of the tin and smooth, press it down with your hands. So it's sort of, I think that's why you do your sugar and everything first. It's because it's got to have that. It's got to have that moisture to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of, you don't want your pastry to come together, but you want it to bake like a pastry. I mean, because normally, if you were making this kind of pastry, you would roll it out, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
you don't. You don't with this. You just put it in your pan and then you flatten it out and press it into the pan.
Yeah. Get all the flour from the bottom.
So in essence, whereas a normal breadcrumb thing, it'd have to be like dry. This has got to be moist because you've got to.
Yeah, this is moist. Yeah.
Yeah, because you've got to put
I
it
watched
in,
a video of someone doing something similar like this, a bit moist, and she got it together like a dough in pan in a bucket in a bowl. But then she broke it up. Then she broke it up into a pan. But
it says press the mixture into the bottom of a 9x13 cake pan, pressing firmly. So you don't actually, you don't actually press it until you get it in the. You see, that's why it is like breadcrumbs, but it's like big. Hi, Laurie. How are you?
Hello, Laurie.
Hi, Laurie.
It is like a wet breadcrumb mixture. So yeah. So now I'm gonna get my pan over.
My hands in, Jeanette.
It's all right. I've got one of these rubber mats, and because I put my pan on it, it's sticking to it. So it's so basically, all you need to do now is tip that into there. And it's a case of I'm just spreading it out a little bit because then I'm going to get my hands in, but I just want to spread it about a bit so it's a little bit easier to. I mean, we have sort of done something similar to this before, but it is classed as a short crust pastry, but you don't bring it together like you would a normal short crust pastry, if that makes sense. And that's why it says press firmly. Because in essence, when it comes out at tin, it's going to be a sheet of pastry, isn't it, really? So I'm turning it round so I can get everything even and whatnot. I forget what it were. Laurie, what did we do when we'd had to do this before? I forget now.
We did that with jam on top of it, and then you made that homemade, I can't say it, that white romance, that white stuff.
Can't remember.
Is it called roman? I can't say it, Jeanette. Where you beat that white up from the yolk on separate, didn't we? We put it on top in the oven.
Oh, meringue, you mean?
Yeah, we did. We did that, didn't we? With jam and pastry.
I can't remember. I know we've done something similar to this before, like just put it in pan and then pressed it down firmly.
Pressed it down, and then it baked for a little bit, and then we put jam on it again, and then we put that white marshmallow stuff or that white you make it from egg white.
I knew we'd done something similar,
But we didn't put pastry. We didn't put the bun mixture on top. It was just that marshmallow fluff.
See, when you get to my age, your memory goes. Oh dear.
This is a bit similar to that that other one. Oh, what's it called now? It's a bit of a bakewell that you can put on top of pastry.
Oh yeah.
I just forget what you call it now. Jam. Bakewell slice or something.
I think mine's about ready, Tracy. I don't know about yours.
Yeah, I've pushed mine all into corners and that, and well firmed down.
Nah.
Do we have to fork it?
No.
No.
You don't say so anyway. It says bake for about 10 minutes. Don't let it start to brown. Remove from the oven and allow to cool while making the cake batter. So it's got the, yeah, I think so.
Mine's all in
even as I'd like it to be, but hey ho, it looks all right, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, while you're in there, yeah. Yes, please. So that's got to be for 10 minutes. On gas mark, on gas mark 5. Hang on a minute. Yeah.
Timer on for 10 minutes.
So yeah, he likes a biscuit. Just walked past the table and caught it as he went past. So yeah. So while we're waiting for that, I'm just going to wipe me.
Yeah, I'm just going to wipe my table down with that first.
Yeah, just wipe it down a bit. So. All right, I'm just bringing me rest of my other ingredients over because I'm very well organised. I've got them all sort of in in order as I'm using them. I said to Chris, don't get it mixed up.
No, I've got mine on the side. Just put pastry stuff on here.
So yeah, so it's like basically getting all my ducks in a row. So because the trouble with Chris is he brings everything in willy-nilly. I say, no, don't put that there. That's what's good.
I don't know what was where.
Oh dear. Oh, so Wednesday she going Amjad. So yeah, so I'm not smoking anywhere near any of my ingredients, so don't get you in a flap. So yeah, it's basically once that's cooled down a little bit, you put Jackie says that she's so sorry to bro's lost his mum, but he knows we're all thinking about him and we're there for him.
Next week. Oh, bro. Send all the condolences to you.
But that's the thing. I'd just like to say thank you to Ali Mike and Braveheart Scrapper. I've got their stickers today.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be posting some more art on Thursday. What's eating?
That's chicken.
Oh yeah. It gets treated better than us. It's all right. We've had like these chicken steak things tonight, but they're in batter. And there's 4 in a pack, so obviously there's only 3 of us, so dog gets one as well.
Sorry.
So yeah, the dog does. Can you get me a drink of water as well while you're in there, please? To wet me whistle. So yeah, so he's just tucking into his chicken breast thing. It's all right. I'm just making sure that I did only put it on for 10 minutes because it you know, it's not about it cooking, because when you think about it, it's going to be cooked twice. It's just to sort of part bake it, if you know what I mean, because then you make your cake bit and you put dollops of it on top, and then it goes back in oven again, you see. So it's you know, it's baked twice. So I think that's probably why it's only sort of part baked, is because obviously you put it back in oven. So will you get me some water, baby? Baby, get me some water. So yeah, on a bit of a lighter note, Chris, we're hearing all excited because his drone should have been here today, but it didn't come. So he has had an update tomorrow. So
at 12 o'clock in there.
So it remains to be seen whether or not it does actually arrive tomorrow. So yeah, he says he's not holding his breath.
You know what they say about tomorrow, don't you?
It never comes.
Yeah.
Oh. But Dad says his mum's flight's at 10 p.m. from Heathrow. Next Wednesday, leave home at 6 to drop. Well, you like have to get there so long beforehand, and then you've got to check in and all that malarkey. So, but yeah, how long are we going for, Dad? I'm just going to put my beaters in because we're going to do the cake bit next. Oh, I've got my thumb. I've got my thumb stuck in my beater. It's all right. There's an art to this. That's it. You can tell when it's, because you can't actually see because it's right down. So you have to get it in a good light, and you can't see. No, that's not in. Ah, there we go. Oh, end of March. But yeah, and I'll let you into a secret. Tracy, you tap pink custard with hers. When a man used to me.
Over that, it's because when I was young, I didn't like custard. So my grandma, she used to put some dye in it or something to make it go like a pinky colour. So my favourite colour was pink anyway. It ought to do with pink I'd eat. So
so she still did to thinking it was pink custard.
Yeah, pink custard.
It was just normal custard.
Yeah, pink. Different, same taste, but just it was pink. So my mum used to carry on with it.
To get you to eat your custard.
Yeah. So I think I might get some custard tonight.
Number 4.
Afterwards.
So yeah. So you must remember, when the pastry's cooked after 10 minutes, you must turn your oven down to number 4. So that is 350 degrees, 180 degrees centigrade. So yeah.
No, because we're having problems with our oven. It's just you've got to put it up a little bit more than 4. So it's up a little bit more than 5 now for pastry. So when I come to take the pastry out, I'll have to just put it just above the 4 to keep the temperature. Otherwise, not
have you seen anything that you like yet then, Tracy? Have you been looking?
At the minute, it's all right to do what we need to do to heat. But when he says when he gets his double money, he's just going to go straight out and buy one cash.
Yeah.
I just want one that'll go at kitchen, either a white one again or a black one, but not one with the lid on. You're not getting one, do you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
A lid, this gas cooker, but you can you have to leave it up. And I think something's gone wrong with that thing as well, that safety thing. Because as I was saying before, when it gets really hot, that oven puts itself off. It's too hot.
It's like thermostat in cutting out, so it's overeating, and then it's putting out anyway. It's been one of them days today. What could go wrong has gone wrong.
I know this oven, I've had it that long, so.
But yeah, I mean, we're all right. Aren't it all that old? So there you go.
Oh, fudge and mustard.
Oh dear.
That's what for you.
Oh, that's the thing.
What?
I need Steve. I keep forgetting.
How big?
The big one. So yeah, next time it goes in, it needs to be 30 minutes. So I'm just. Hey, it's in here. What do you mean? Yeah, it says. Yeah, because it did say don't let it start to go brown, but mine's gone a bit brown around edges, but hey ho. So I don't know whether you can see it, guys. That's the pastry bit done. But mine has started going a little bit brown around edges. You see, sort of in corners and whatever. It's okay, but it says not to.
Does that look all right, Jeanette?
Hang on a minute, Tracy. Let me just turn this. Is it? What does it feel like? Mine's like a bit springy, but you can tell it. But this is the thing, Tracy. It's got to be baked twice, if you think about it.
Yeah. It's not raw, but it's not properly cooked neither.
Yeah, well, you see mine, if you look a bit closer, in certain places, mine's browning in corner. Now it says not to let it go brown, so yours.
It hasn't gone brown, mine, but it was just starting to go brown in edges.
Yeah, well,
it's not brown.
With mine has gone brown. Only bits in corners, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll put it back in or leave it out, Jeanette, or what?
I'd leave it, Tracy.
Right, then I'll leave it out. I'll put it over there.
Yeah, when you think about it, it's got to go back in the oven for another 30 minutes. So it's sort of actually cooking it twice.
I'll just pop it here.
Don't forget to turn. Did you turn it up and down?
Yeah, I've turned my oven down now, but I've got to put it in 5.5 and 6. Keep that temperature, or it'll just drop down.
So,
right.
This is for the cake mixture. You need 150 grams of sugar. And that's. I always have this problem because the way it's starting and it's sort of dried in bowl.
Right, sugar. Where's my sugar? Let's see.
But I said to Chris, what I can't understand is the first bit she does in ounces, but the second bit she does in grams. So, you know, it's a bit confusing, isn't it?
Oh, what's that in sugar?
So into this, you need, and this is all 150 grams, and this is for the for this sponge mixture. So that's 150 grams of butter.
No, not come out.
So you cream this until it's. Hi, Grandpa Kevin. Hungry chatheads. So it says cream the butter and sugar until very light and fluffy. It will begin to pale in colour. So yeah. So that's what we're going to do now. Sorry if it makes a noise.
It won't be a minute, Jeanette. Sorry about it.
Say?
So there won't be a minute. I didn't know. I didn't realise we'll be using these tonight. Beaters.
Hi, Dirt Rider.
Hi, Dirt Rider.
Dirty finger. Crypto, how are you?
Hi, Crypto.
In this jug, we've got 3 eggs, but you don't want to put it all in at once. You just put a little bit of the mixture into the butter and the sugar. So I'm just going to put a little bit in, mix this. So yeah, we're going to mix this now. I'm going to put the rest of the eggs in now. You know, like when you get so I'm going to mix. Put your rest of your eggs in, Tracy. do with this is I'm just going to scrape it. Crypto says I love a Scottish, not sure about snow. But yeah, it's a traditional, apparently a traditional Scottish recipe. So move that slightly out of the way.
Just get this over.
So everything's 150 grams, your butter, your sugar, and your flour. Now, I'm not going to put all this in at once. This is 150 grams of self-raising flour. So I'm just going to put, not quite it all. Yellow snow. So, yeah. And if you always wondered why you have to sift your flour, it makes it so you don't get lumps or anything. So, I'm now going to mix this. I know what I wanted. I need a palette knife to smooth it over. No, I mean a palette knife. Yeah. Sorry for the dust cloud. And that is another reason why you sift it as well. I don't know whether you can see it. I've got some little bits. So yeah, so this is the final mixing. Gonna move that to one side. Oh. I mean, this now it's cool enough that I can handle a bit in. So, the next step is you want, it says about 6 to 8 ounces of raspberry jam. I've got strawberry, by the way.
Yeah, I've got
about 227 grams in grams. So yeah, so it says you spread it into your pan, but be careful not to let it touch the side. So I'd say about 1/2 centimetre all round. Leave a. You see, it is. Yeah, we good dirt rider. Apart from the normal aches and pains of being an old
Have you microwaved your jam, or have you just left it out to room temperature?
I did mine this, you know, when you messaged me this afternoon, mine were all done. But it's not totally cooled down, so basically, as you're spreading it'll make it easy to spread because you're putting it onto sort of slightly, you know, you're putting it on slightly warm pastry. Oh, okie dokie then. No, don't worry about it, you know, bro. Well, that's all mine in. Just whack it in. You know, that's my motto. Just whack it in. Okie dokie.
See you later, bro.
See you later.
So yeah, you want to spread it out, but you don't want it sort of going right to edges, because I think basically when you put the sponge on top, it's going to seal the jam in. So yeah, so I think that's the basic reason why it says not to spread it right to edges, because obviously you've got to bake your sponge, and obviously the jam's going to bubble, so we're not putting it right to edge. The sponge that we're going to put on top will seal the jam in, if that makes sense. Does it sound
Me too, yeah. I think that's what'll happen.
So yeah, so you know, you spread it out, but you don't spread it right to edges, because the sponge that you're pouring on top will seal it in. Jeanette Pickering, when you make it, can you put a little cinnamon and sugar in it? What, in your jam? This is like a Scottish recipe, Dirt Rider. So I don't really know. It's basically, we've done this, what we're pouring the jam on is like a pastry base. Now, once we've spread this jam out, you put the mixture that we've just been making, like a sponge mixture, on top, and it's like a pastry jam, and then it's sponge. That makes the sponge, but then when it's out of the oven again and cooled down a little bit, we're going to put like a glaze on it and cover it with coconut. Now that's where that's the snow bit, is the coconut. So and that's why we're being careful not to spread it right to edges, because once the sponge goes on top, the sponge will seal this jam in. Female caramel I got cheap. The lady I bought it from didn't know what she had. I bought 5 snake cups off her and sold 3, kept 2. Oh.
A bargain then, lad.
Yeah. Me and Chris won't agree with you like, but hey ho. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that like that. Because we, you know, next thing is we're gonna put the sponge on top. I'm just gonna have a slip of my coffee. So now, with this, it says place dollops of it on top, but you spread it out anyway, so I'm just gonna put, you know, a few evenly placed dollops on this sponge mix on. Oh, we get a bargain there then, by the sounds of things. Hey?
I'm just gonna go.
See you later, Amjad. Have a good day at college.
Night, Amjad.
Now there's a little moon.
Hey?
There's a little moon off the banana.
Oh dear. I'll never live that one down, Tracy.
Pardon?
Chris said to Amjad one night, good night, and I said, well, what you put a banana for? He says, if you look closely, he says you need your eyes tested, it's the moon, not a banana.
That's what YouTube says it is. When I put night, Amjad, it comes up with a moon.
So he reckons I need my eyes testing.
You know. I think we've got a couple of jab jars in here. I think they'll stick them on your glasses.
Yeah, whatever. So yeah, I'm just spreading this heart across. Oh dear, but hey ho, it's old age out. That's why I keep blaming it on. Sticking to it as well. Night, Crypto Sugar Dumps. He will be back alive tomorrow. Yeah. I'll be live again tomorrow. I tell you, I'm fingerbob at the moment. I got my finger stuck in that ridge on this tin. These tins have got a ridge. I've just got my little finger stuck on ridge on pan. It's one of them days today. No, I'm just a bit accident prone today. Getting my finger trapped.
You're having one of those days, Jeanette?
Yeah, well, I just said, like, these tins have got like a ridge all the way round. I've just got my little finger stuck in one of them ridges. You know, what could go wrong has gone wrong. So I'm sorry I'm not... You know, his bro says, don't tell anyone about my nails. Do you know something? This is a true story. Since Callum were little, he bit his fingernails, right? And we tried all sorts to stop him from biting his fingernails. And then I think about 2 years ago, all of a sudden, he stopped biting them, right? And then all of a sudden, for some unknown reason, he started biting them again. And you know, it was nice for him to come to me and say, "Oh, Mum, can you cut my nails?" You know what I mean? When you used to your kid biting the nails down to quick, and then for years he didn't do it. You know, and he got some lovely nails on him, but then for some unknown reason, all of a sudden they started biting them again. So, he does actually suffer with really bad anxiety. So, you know, I mean,
that's probably what it is.
That's all part of it. You know what I mean? Thank you, Lee. Oh. All right, Jackie, don't worry about it. She says she's been in bed all day.
Yeah.
Is this going to rise much, Jeanette?
Well, yeah. That's why I said use a pretty deep tin.
Well, it's got a little bit of more, but I don't know if it'll go well. We'll see what way.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I'll have to take some off.
So you see, if you look at mine, Tracy, I've got quite a bit of room now still in mine. So mine's got room to. There you go. So now that can go in the oven for 30 minutes. It says approximately. Yeah, well, it's sponge. So yeah, that's why you only put the pastry on for 10 minutes, because you like double baking it, aren't you? Because you're doing the pastry and then you're doing the sponge. So I think that's essentially why it's only on for 10 minutes.
Is this cold enough to?
Yeah.
Biscuit, very well, straight past it.
Oh, progress, eh, biscuit? I do still need another bowl, baby. Yeah, just a mo. Tracy's scraping some rain out of pan.
Yes, taking some off, look.
Yeah, don't worry about
it comes out. I don't want it to.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to having some of this, so it better come out right.
Is it in?
I'll scream.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to. You know, it's not going to raise massively. It's just that when all said and done,
I've only took a little bit off. Look, Jeanette.
Yeah. Ooh.
Took a little bit off.
Not dropping everything.
I'm trying to reach over and get that. I need that because I need it for my ice and sugar. There's some right at back.
Oh, to get the bite.
30 minutes.
Yeah, there's another one. There's only about.
What size bowl do you need? One of the red ones will be alright.
Yeah.
Because what are we doing icing now?
We're not doing it yet because we've got to wait.
Oh yeah, I forgot to get that out. I didn't know about. I knew about it, but I forgot about that.
Are you doing this?
I need that for icing sugar. It says this is going to make you laugh. Do not open the oven until you start to smell the cake and it looks well risen through the glass. Gently insert a cake tester or skewer into the centre of the cake to check that it's completely cooked. Oh dear.
Well, what if you're like me? I got more sense of smell. You screwed it, haven't you?
Yeah, that's it. So Chris ain't got no sense of smell.
How much icing sugar does it say we need?
It says.
Look, I forgot to wear that out.
It says 4 ounces. It's 130. It's 113 grams.
Okay.
But it does say a little, because you see, this is my icing sugar. That's my icing sugar.
Right.
Nah, I put ample milk because you mix the icing sugar with milk, but it don't specify how much coconut. So I put like half of one of these in.
Right. Okay, hon. I've got my coconut and my milk. I just need to get some icing sugar in a bowl.
Yeah, it's 113 grams, Tracy. Oh,
yeah.
I forgot that. Baby. Oh dear. Talking snakes again. Much to Chris's dismay. He was going to whip away with me sifter. I said, no, I need that for me icing sugar. Don't want lumps in his as glazed, do we?
No, we don't.
Very apt to cook look. This is why I've always got either a glass of water, a coffee or something, because you're yakking away and you don't realise, plus we've had eating on as well, and it done off
dry meat.
Yeah. It's I'm terrible, you know, when we've had eating and we actually sat with patio doors open now.
Yeah, I got my door on chain before we started, but I thought I'd shut it to traffic.
It's sort of the weather at the moment. It's gone from one extreme to other. Oh dear! I don't want a bunny oven dirt rider. I'm too old for that. Oh dear. You've got to laugh, haven't you? Oh dear. Yeah. I'm too old to have a bunny oven. Oh dear. But you know them pans, Tracy, that I've used.
Then what? Them pans.
You know that pan that I've used. You know that link that I sent you for them pans.
Yeah.
The $11.99 for 2.
That's
which I don't think bad because they like stainless. Well, not stainless steel, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, that one what I used tonight, you got one as well, but I don't know if you've used it.
Yeah.
Brownie pan.
Well, I look at this way, Tracy. I was using the disposable tray bake things. Now, a lot of time, them aluminium ones aren't deep enough because they're only sort of like thin, aren't they? You know, they're about that deep. So I saw them and I thought, oh, 2 for $11.99. That's not bad. And it was like them Victoria sandwich tins that I bought last week. They were $5.99 for 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a look in that. I'm gonna have a look at through Amazon. Treat myself to some bits. What I need.
But it's like you know, you've sort of got to drop on Amazon just at right time, and I think with them sandwich tins are just at $5.99. I thought, God, I'm having some of that.
Yeah, that's not bad though.
Because they're right deep, you see.
Yeah,
they're right deep.
One.
And it's not as if I'm not going to use them again, because we're doing carrot cake in a few weeks. So, you know, it's not as if they're not going to get any use.
Yeah,
I tell you what I've been looking at, and that is some heart-shaped tins. And they about same price, the heart-shaped ones. I thought, well, yeah. I mean, we don't know. Eh?
Do you have a B&M near you or Home Bargains?
Home Bargains is just near, about a few doors away from Asda.
I find some Love Art tins in there.
Oh.
Home Bargains, that baking section.
See?
Because I do them in half.
I've seen some like Love Art tins on Amazon, and I think they're about $7.99, I think, but it's not bad, still not bad for
no.
Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say. Tracy says they've got them in Home Bargains.
Because I'm going to go looking at my own bags.
What I was thinking was, yeah, I know it's like Valentine's on Monday, but I was thinking of doing like a chocolate Victoria sponge, and then like a pink buttercream on top.
In a Love Art tin.
Yeah, in a Love Art tin. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that'd be all right, wouldn't
it? Laurie's not very well at the moment, Dirt Rider. She's got bronchitis, and the Ruby's just recovering from an operation. So yeah, you know, Laurie's not doing so well at the moment. Otherwise, she would have been here tonight. She said she'd ordered all the stuff for tonight's baking, but
I hope you get well
soon. With bronchitis. Hey?
So I hope she gets well soon if she's watching.
Well, that's it. I mean, you know, I know she's a bit older than me, but I wouldn't like to think I've got bronchitis because it's knocked me right off my feet. So yeah. But that's what I was thinking. If I can get some heart-shaped tins for next week, I know it's sort of a day after Valentine's, but you know, if we, because you can make it to like a chocolate Victoria sponge recipe. I just like to put cream on inside of it, and then we can like make a buttercream and colour it. You know, put either pink or red ice into till it's a lovely pink colour. And do it that way.
Yeah. And then your buttercream, what you put in the middle of it, you can put like melted chocolate, can't you? Make it like chocolate that way.
That's it. I mean, I've got. I mean, I sent it to Gordo chocolate Victoria sponge. That's all you need, really. Chocolate Victoria sponge. You know, and then just like you would like put them in round shaped tins, you put them in heart shaped tins. Yeah, we know you're only joking, Dirt Rider. You know, but oh. Gordo's getting advice about snakes. Crypto says she was told she couldn't handle it for 3 days, but Gordo says no, it's like 2 weeks. But yeah, I think everybody's same, Laura. We wish you a speedy recovery and hope you get better soon. But I know if it if it were me that had got bronchitis, knocked me right off my feet. So it's not a nice thing to have. Put it that way. I know I'm sort of being a bit presumptuous here, but I'm not going to put my camera down. I'm just going to sift my icing sugar into me sift my icing sugar into there, just while we sort of so as I said before, that is 4 ounces of added sugar, icing sugar, which converts into 113 grams. Because you want your frosting as smooth as you can. So I don't know whether you can see that, but there is quite a few like lumps and bumps in it. I just when I've sifted majority into bowl, if there's any lumps, I like to break them up. Or if they're too big, like I've got a few in here that's quite big, just take them out and chuck them in the bin. You see, I keep my icing sugar in kitchen, and I think because it's quite, I mean, I know your kitchen's warm, Tracy. I'm getting quite a few like big lumps, and that's the reason why you sift it. So, because you want a nice smooth icing or frosting or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, so I don't know whether you can see that, guys, but they all like bits that can't be broken up. So I'm just gonna put them in bin.
I'll do that as well.
And I've got like a nice smooth so I got another spoon out. Can you get me a spoon, baby?
Table.
Yeah. Still got another 15 minutes to go on the yeah. Well, there's about 15 minutes, so if you hang on 15 minutes. I mean, when you think about it, it is quite a simple recipe. It's just the fact that you've got to bake your pastry, and then you've got to bake your sponge. But don't give any specifics on the amount of, it does say milk or water, but I like to use milk because it gives it a lot smoother consistency, and that's why I just turn the camera on. Oh, well, you can see, guys, it's a lot smoother. Having sifted it, you know, you're not having to sort of pick lumps on it out of it while you're mixing it. It's a lovely smooth mixture. Now, what I recommend is I've got it. This is an old yogurt pot. Now I save everything. And what I've done is, I miss Chick.
I don't miss Chick.
So what I recommend doing is just put a little bit in and put it all in, because you don't want it dead thin and it not set. Yeah, snow cake. So what I'm doing is I'm just mixing. I haven't put all the ice, all the milk in, and that is coming together lovely. So yeah, I was just trying to explain, Miss Chick, that it's a Scottish recipe. Now, the lady whose recipe it is, I don't know whether she's off Scottish or whether she's Scottish and her husband's Italian, or whether I would imagine it's her husband that's Italian. So she does a lot of both, you know, Italian recipes and Scottish recipes. But we're going to do the brownies tonight, and then I saw this recipe, and I thought, you know, it looks lovely, that does. And I sent the recipe to Laurie, and I sent the recipe to Tracy, and they both says, "Oh, that looks nice."
Definitely.
And Tracy was saying, like, a granny used to make it for her. It says you want with this a thick but runny consistency. Now, I don't know whether you can see this, guys, but I think I've just done that right. It is like a runny. I don't know whether you can see it. I'll just show you. Look, it is a runny but thick consistency.
What's someone saying?
I'm laughing at Gordo. He says, no, we were going to make that, but this is the called a snow cake. We were going to make that, but then I saw this recipe, and I messaged Laurie and I messaged Tracy, and they says, "Oh yeah, definitely." Ron is sulking because he's cleaned the carpets and he's not allowed on floor, so he's sulking. That's dogs for you. But you see, the problem with this sort of thing is you don't want to put too much milk or water in and have it too running, then have to keep adding more icing sugar. Because when all's said and done, it's only a glaze. We've just been talking, Miss Chicken. I says, I know it's going to be like a day late, but with being Valentine's next week, I wanted to buy some heart-shaped pans. So we've just been talking about it. I reckon that's about right, Tracy.
Yeah, I do.
We on about. I mean, that's fine. Look, it's runny, but not too thick.
Yeah.
We will be making them at some point, Miss Chick, but I says to Tracy, we could sort of make a chocolate Victoria sponge, just put double cream in the middle, and then we can sort of just find a buttercream recipe, and you know, colour it, put either pink colouring or red colouring to make it look pink, and cover it in sort of like pink, you know, buttercream. But then it's like, it's a plain canvas and you can decorate it how you want. You know, you can put little love hearts on it. You can put, you know, just put sprinkles on it. You know, it don't have to be anything fancy. So, you know, it's to be decided yet. We're just sort of speaking, you know, what we're going to do. We don't know yet. As I say, I never sort of, not usually anyway, but I don't usually plan that far ahead. I'll message either Tracy or Laurie something like Thursday or Friday, and I'll say, oh, do you fancy making this? Or, you know, and it's sort of not decided till weekend what we're making. But yeah, we will make them. It's just when. But essentially that strawberry brownie thing, it's into a Valentine's thing as such, you know what I mean? But yeah. Dear Ryder says you look beautiful tonight.
Me? Yeah, whatever. I've got my rags on.
Oh dear. Never mind, eh? But yeah, right. I just thought I'd make this while we were sort of sat doing nothing, and obviously we've got to wait for the sponge to cool down and everything before we put this on. There's only 6 minutes left on it, baby. So yeah, it's all right. He's worrying about dog. Don't matter about me. He's more worried about dog.
You don't want him to have a little accident.
He won't have a little accident. Is lay down there? Yeah.
He's waiting for your baking, not for the toilet.
I know. Yeah. That's it. The nail on the head, Tracy.
What's that?
She says it's not because he wants to go out, it's because he can't wait for my baking. What it is, this chick, it's like, I'll show you a picture.
That's what I said to you earlier, didn't I, about a bakewell? But it's not a bakewell. It's like a bakewell tart, but it's not a bakewell. You're laughing at me.
I'm laughing at Ali Mike.
All right.
This when sorry.
Oh dear, what you like?
I'm sorry. When I get giggles on me, I can't stop. Right, I'm going to try and say this without laughing. Ali Mac says, so do you, Dirt Rider, after a few of these? And it's like 2 whiskey. Means when he said to you, you look beautiful this evening, Ali Mac says, so do you, after a few of these. That's what I'd be laughing. I couldn't help myself. So that's what it is, Miss Chick. It's like a layer of pastry. Then you put jam on it, and then you put a sponge, and that's the icing that we've, or the, you know, the
But on a bakewell tart, you put jam on top, don't you? A coconut. Or am I wrong?
Yeah.
So jam on top as well.
And it's called a snow cake because you put like a glaze, an icing sugar glaze on top, and then you sprinkle it with coconut. It's all right. It's good. I can't get over that one. Oh God, Ali Mike makes me laugh. Hey, Ali Mike, you know round these parts called beer goggles. Here in York, we call them beer goggles. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh God. You know, once I start laughing, I can't stop. What desiccate? Yeah. You put like the glaze that we've just made. Once it's cooled down, you put the glaze on top of the sponge, and then you sprinkle it with desiccated coconut. Oh, I've got to wipe my eyes now. My eyes are stinging. I've been laughing that much. Oh dear, cracks me up that guy.
You can buy it.
Yeah, we have that beer goggles. Is
wants to know some Jeanette about the coconut. It's in packets, isn't it? It's dried coconut.
Say that again, Tracy.
Crypto said, "What's distant coconut?" But it's like dried coconut in packet.
Yeah, all it is, Crypto, is like. I'm sorry, I'm putting my fingers in it, but it's like dry. You know, like when you have a coconut and it's like it is a bit wet, isn't it? What they do with this is you can get unsweetened coconut and you can also get sweetened. But what they do is they dry it out and then they
shred it.
Yeah, you know, basically shred it. So
we could do that. We could do that. Could we, if we wanted to, or couldn't we?
Well, yeah, but
and then create it or something.
But the thing is, you may as well buy it ready done, Tracy.
Yeah, I've got it already ready done. Yeah, in packet.
It says I've been in and out, shake it all about. Oh yeah, that's I can smell it cooking.
I know.
Smell what the rock is cooking.
You know what non-Johnny love? It's got pastry at bottom.
I think that might be done, baby.
I can't wait. I'm gonna make some custard as well later.
It is like grated coconut, but you can get it in either sweetened or unsweetened. It's like you can, with condensed milk, you can get that sweetened or unsweetened. But but yeah, I mean, John is, you know, you're going to check, baby, because it's, baby.
Mine hasn't come off yet.
So yeah, I mean,
seconds left for me.
I mean, I told this to Johnny, like it's like because he's lost so much weight and he's cut out certain things, his body cannot his body cannot cope with sweet stuff, because it's like you know, you can get like a sweetness overload, and that's why you feel so ill with it. You know, I mean, if
it's like a sugar rush, Jeanette.
Yeah, it's like an overload of sugar.
I have to put sometimes if it gets a little bit.
Yeah, and it's basically it's overloading.
What's that milk?
Ooh, I'm happy with that.
I know. I meant that milk.
What have you done with that?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Well,
I'll show you the thing when I keep it still, the camera.
Yeah.
Oh yes, what do you think of that then, Jeanette?
Yeah, that's come out lovely, Tracy. You seen mine?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. so that you know the what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run my palette knife round, like loosely round edges, but I'm not going to take it out its tin till tomorrow. But it's just so I can.
Tomorrow, I can't wait till tomorrow. I'm having some. I only had light tea. I've saved myself.
I'm just going to run a palette knife round it. I says, because it'll be easy to get out at tin tomorrow. And she says, tomorrow? She says, I'm not waiting that long.
I'm having some tonight with homemade custard. Can't wait.
Okie dokie.
I bet they're all laughing at chat.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Johnny, I'm having some tonight. Look, let's go about that. Making my homemade custard, and I'm having what I can eat.
You know, brokers, I always get an overdose of sweetness when I tune into Jeanette Pickering's show. But it's like this, and same as I've said before, it's like a pastry, jam, and sponge. So it's like a cross between a pastry and a cake. Well, it is a cake.
A cake, Johnny love. That's different. It's got pastry at the bottom.
Yeah, it has got pastry. It's got pastry at the bottom.
Ours was the oven where your cake fell over. Not to do with your baking. Get me a new oven and then do it again and then show them that you can do it. It's just the oven, not you.
So yeah, so I'm just going to put that to one side to cool down a bit. I mean, because you don't want to put your glaze on top of your hot cake, otherwise it will just melt the glaze. But what I was trying to say about Johnny was, has it changed over? No, it hasn't. Because he's on a low carb diet and he don't eat sweet things, it's like his body can't cope with that much sugar. So it's hard to describe the feelings. I says to Johnny, and you know, when he says, I felt awful after, because he had something, I can't remember, and I says, is it like a cold, clammy sweat, and you feel like you're going to pass out, and you feel dizzy, and you sort of, then you start to panic, and you can't breathe? And he says, yeah, that's exactly how I got. I says, it's what they call dumping syndrome.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Because before we went on this diet, Jeanette, have you heard of a tablet called Zomtong?
No.
Zomtong, it's called. He has to take one of them before he has his normal food, because if you suffer with is it an irritable bowel syndrome?
Irritable bowel syndrome, yeah.
When you can't digest your food properly.
Yeah.
Before he went onto this diet.
Well, you see, I have that, but mine's I don't want to say it on a baking live stream.
I know what you mean. Yeah. I know what you mean.
It's got to do with, you know, once it goes down, it's got to come out, sort of thing.
Yeah. So you have to take
so yeah, I do know, because I have that, but I don't take anything for it. I try to do it with my diet and everything.
Yeah,
but the only problem is I can go for money.
So if you indigestion, not with that, it's still the same thing, because our Julie has had them for her.
It says this for heartburn, you loon.
Also, for people.
I have them. I have like acid reflux tablets. I take lansoprazole, I think.
Yeah, that's what they call, Johnny. What Jeanette's just said, but I can't pronounce it.
Lansoprazole.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should talk to Sullivan.
So I'm just seeing if I can find some for you, because I've got a bag of. I'm not rifling through this bag. But yeah, I take them because it stops acid reflux. But yeah, but this is the thing, crypto. You know, you'd have to go out and get like special flour, special butter, you know. But yeah, I mean, I know what to, but yeah, right, I have them, Johnny, lansoprazole. They are sort of, it's to stop like acid reflux, because certain foods that you eat do produce excessive acid.
Yes, they do, Jonathan.
So, but you see, I normally just take one in the morning because you have to. I take mine before I have anything to eat. Now, a couple of weeks ago, it got to about, I don't know, about 9 o'clock at night, and I'd got like chronic heartburn. And I says to Chris, I says, I'm going to have another one. Now, it does say, you know, you're not sort of just, you know, you take them as and when you need them, if you know what I mean. But I had to take another one because it were making me feel sick.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got some gluten-free flour for your pancakes. Oh. Yeah, I've had mine out about how long ago? My youngest, well, not Callum, but my youngest and my other three were 30 this year, and he was about 6 months old when I had my gallbladder out. So yeah, so it's like 25, nearly 26, no, nearly 30 years ago. I don't know. But nowadays they can take your gallbladder out with kale surgery. I didn't have that option because it was before kale surgery were invented. So I've on my tummy, I've got like a great big 12-inch scar. So, but yeah. So, but I mean, nowadays you can go in and come out next day when you have your gallbladder out. Oh dear. So, that's not fair, Johnny. He says Tracy's having an operation after a statement like that, so your mouth shut.
So yeah,
but yeah, I know what you mean. But anyway, it's to stop acid reflux. Pardon me. No, it weren't. I had all sorts of problems with crypto. But it were, nowadays you go in, you have keyhole surgery, and you're out next day because they do it all keyhole surgery. So you've got not.
You can use it for both though, because Julie's one on them.
It's but yeah, I mean, keyhole surgery weren't invented then, so. It must have been 1991, I think, when I had my gallbladder out. So just reckon years up how long I've had mine. Oh yeah, but I had no end of problems with mine, Ali. They put the stitches in too tight, so I was like walking doubled over because I couldn't stand to stand up straight. You know what I mean? I was having to walk bent over because if I sort of tried to straighten up, it was like pulling them like crazy. Anyway, I went to have my stitches out, and it had all gone. It had got infected. So, oh. But anyway, same as I say, I've got, and this is the thing. Back then, the only thing that now it's another reason why I get it a well do it rider. I have a CPAP machine now. Before I had my CPAP machine, it's like there's like a flap in your throat, and it constricts your throat, so this flap stays open. Hi, partners, how are you? So basically, this flap, when you breathe in and out, this flap is supposed to open and shut. Now, with this sleep apnea, it keeps the flap open, and that's one of the reasons why I sometimes get heartburn. I haven't had it as much since I've had my CPAP machine, but the doctor said, you know, basically to keep all your ducks in a row, you know, I'll give you this lansoprazole thing, you know, just in case this, you know, a problem. It's not very often I get it, but you know what I mean? It's just every now and again, because I take all my tablets first thing in the morning. So as I say, I don't know whether it because that particular day I was tired or what it were, or I can't eat anything like spicy curries or things like that. But yeah, I had no end of problems with mine, Ali. You know, I got an infection in it, and at the time, I mean, I'm not going to go into it, but they have to manually burst these abscesses, so weren't a very nice, nice process. Took me weeks and weeks and weeks to recover from that. I was really, really ill with that. Plus, they put the stitches in too tight, which had caused the infection in the first place. So yeah. It took Ali not to have curry, but he still does because he likes it. I'm just gonna show everybody the fit. Well, it's not finished yet. I'm just letting it cool down a bit because sponge is still a bit hot. So I mean, we've already made the. This is the like the what can you call it? It's just ice and sugar and milk. Yeah, I mean, it was a long time ago, crypto. I mean, my lad's 30. Well, he's 31 this year, and they were about 6 months old when I had that operation. So, but with this were all before, you know, kale surgery, squirrel curry. It's like I don't know. It's like all it is, pot nest is icing sugar and milk, and it's like a glaze. Now, this is like a pastry base. You cover it in jam. Hi, Richard. How are you?
Hi, Richard.
What? You're not supposed to be smoking when you're at a machine like that, lol. You know you're not supposed to. Who are we talking about now? Oh. So yeah, so there's no flavour to it. It's just like like a frosting, really. So yeah, it's.
I ain't got any yet, you know, man. Sat down already, I got it.
Partner saying it looks like wallpaper paste. Just get me some of that red.
Are you putting a flavour to it?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to be posh, and I'm going to put some.
Oh, right. I got some food colouring.
So yeah, I'm just going to put a few. Not going to put a lot in, just a few drops of red colour. You know, don't need a lot. Make it look proper posh when it comes out. So then you can think you're having pink custard then, Tracy.
No, I might get some out of mine.
Pink wallpaper paste.
Yeah, pink wallpaper paste. I mean, it don't take away from the texture or anything. It just, that's gonna. I've only put a drop in, and it's gone bright red. Yeah.
Oh. There were 2 boxes either side. Walking down long banking. One this side, one that side. As I up biscuit, we're in an ambush here. The tractors.
Hey, talk about Sheffield United. He says just popped in to say hello. In fact, Andy, I've just made icing. Well, I don't know whether you call it icing or you glaze or whatever, and I've coloured it red. Well, the idea was to make it pink, but it's red. It says it looked like something else before the colour was added. But yeah, that's the beauty of this. You know, you could do it green, you can do it blue, you can do it whatever colour you want. I just thought just to make it look a bit more impressive if I put like it'll make the coconut stand out. So I'm just sort of waiting for that to. It's still a bit warm, but what I'm going to do is times are getting on. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to. Partner's just coming.
Hello, doctor, my old friend.
If it weren't raining, it is now. I know, I can hear it. Oh, friends. So what I'm going to do is, I mean, it's sort of following its own course. Oh dear. But yeah, the cake's still a bit warm, but I sort of, I don't want to what's it out too long. Yeah, because times are getting on a bit. Is that jam? No, this is like a all it were, Miss Chick, were icing sugar and milk. Now you can use water, but I like to use milk with it, and it's just like icing sugar glaze. And all I've done is added just added a bit of food colouring. That's all. That's what I've used. Look. I've just added some red food colouring to it, just to
Listen, they'll be singing that quite raining, says Jackie.
Oh dear.
We should do a duet on Fuel.
If Lee's singing's as bad as Chris's, it's going to be a tsunami.
Hey, before my voice broke when I was a kid, I was first prize in singing contest in our class.
Yeah.
Oh, quite good.
But I half expected this to like melt because the cake is still warm, but it isn't. It's just going on nicely. I mean, it's actually setting. So I'm trying to get it all smoothed out before it actually sets. I think that's why it's a little bit but sometimes, I mean, we've done things before and we've put it on a bit too soon and it's just melted it, but this time it hasn't. And I think basically, I just got this consistency right because it's yeah, it's just your camera's not turned round, you know, Tracy.
Right, well, we'll put it down now. We'll just mix it, ice and sugar.
Yeah, I didn't know whether you realised it were.
I thought I had some red. I can't find it because kitchen's been all moved round. But I had a little bit of green, so I've had a green icing, a green colouring.
You see, I don't want to, because mine's, I can't get it right to other end because it's setting. And it's fetching sponge off at top, so I'm going to have to leave it as it is.
Oh, well,
so yeah, so all we're going to do now is just sprinkle it. Yeah, Tracy's a little bit behind the ball because she's had to mix her. So yeah, so all there is to do now, and John lad, this is a Scottish recipe. What? Yeah, right. And where did they get? Nowhere. And they Irish, by the way.
Are they?
Yeah, Jedward are Irish. Chris has just been out with Dog Ali and he says it's very, very windy. No rain yet, but yeah, it's on his way. He says mine look like wallpaper paste, and he says yours looks like mushy peas. Well, there's one thing.
I just wanted to put a bit of colour to it too, but I didn't have no red.
It was because I said I was putting like some red. He says I don't know. I can't see through curtains. Because you see, I mean, it's not meant to have colouring in the icing, but I just thought I'd put a little bit of red colour into it and just get that bit of, you know. Wallpaper and a bag of chips. What, the green or the red? He says I had a Vauxhall Cavalier in that colour. And this is why it's called snow cake, you see, because it's meant to resemble snow.
Well, could use your wallpaper paste, I'll paper it, and then Tracy can bring much peas over.
Oh dear.
What does roll mean?
Roll about.
I think that.
Something I don't know.
Something like that.
Oh, the green. He says he had a Vauxhall Cavalier that colour, Tracy.
All right. Well,
there is no flavour to it.
I've this colour myself, actually.
There ain't no flavour at all. It's just food colouring, Crypto.
Yeah, it's just full colouring.
Yeah,
I had orange.
There's no flavour to it. It's just like, you know, icing. It colours your icing. Thank you, Jackie. At least somebody appreciates us.
Yeah, I had orange, but it looked a bit too bright.
Yeah, it's just colouring. That's all it is. It's just colouring.
This is made with orange and blue, but only two I had there. I should have just left it orange, but never mind. I'm sure it still tastes nice.
Oh yeah, it's not going to take away from the taste. It's just that it's with brown skin in my mouth. Because John Ladd said Parky has Y fronts that colour. Tracy, Andy says he had a Cavalier in that colour green. But you see, this colouring is just optional. It's just what we thought we'd just to add a little bit. I've got a red snowstorm, you see. Tracy's got a green snowstorm, and that's why it's called snow cake, you see, because you put coconut on top. Right, that's me done. So I have put it that way a bit because towards end I couldn't spread it any because it were fetching some to sponge off. Who is this Clark Kent? What?
Who is this Clark Kent?
Superman pants, John Ladd. Oh. He says, Ali, you probably have the Thomas the Tank Engine Y fronts now. All we need is the actual snow. Oh no, we don't want any proper snow. But yeah, as you can see, that's the finished product. You're actually supposed to put this in the fridge for the icing to set, but looking at mine, it's setting as we speak, and that's even without it not being in the fridge.
Yeah, mine's all set.
But what I'll do is, let me just I mean, it actually looks pink on camera, but in actual fact, it's red. So yeah, so I mean, it has. No, I'm not actually either Crypto because it's too sweet for me. This says they're in the wash. But so yeah, so that is the Scottish snow cake. You know, bro's got Popeye ones. Yeah. Now, this is the thing, John Ladd. How do you know what Y front Sally Mac's got and your nose bro's got?
Yeah, that's a question.
That's a good, you know, a good question. You know, how do you know what Y fronts they've got?
Look to see them.
So, you know, Parker never got his Vauxhall pants off. Oh dear. But yeah. seen them up watching live. Yeah, you're welcome, Laurie. I just hope that you can have a crack at it when you're feeling a bit better. So
you see them up watching live.
Yeah, I've seen that. So I thank you for all your support as usual, guys. Thank you for everybody that's come in. I hope you've enjoyed it tonight. You know, if you want, as I always say, the recipe is in the description. So if you fancy a crack at it, you know, don't be scared to have a go. I thought they were tea towels. When I got close, I noticed they were big pants. So yeah, thank you for all your support tonight, and I do really appreciate it. So yeah, so as I was saying, everything is in the description should you need or want to make it. As you've seen, it's quite a simple recipe. Andy says Richie and Bottom had the best ever pants. They filled them up with custard.
Yeah, well, you sure it's custard?
Yeah. So thank you again, everybody, and I do appreciate your support. And I'll see you on the next one. I'll see you tomorrow evening at 9 o'clock. And yeah, I'll see you later.
Bye.
Night, everyone.